Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of, oh no, this is for September. Just kidding. September 2023. We are going to just jump right in here, Libra, and see what's going on for you. You have this victim card and this dystopia card right here. So let's see what is going on here. Yeah, I would be careful. Number one, I would be careful of a past person who's playing the victim, especially if someone left you. I get this sense here, Libra. I'm just going to spit this out because I get this sense of like a person whose life, it's like they left you to go like screw around or whatever. And, fine if someone wants to do that as long as they didn't cheat or whatever, right? But it's like now they're like, well, Libra's the best I can do. So it's like now are they coming back in with an offer? That's like kind of like the feeling I get here. So, I would definitely, I think that it's kind of time for you to look for something new is what this is saying. I even, this row here, I love this card right here, this Yang energy card. And I really feel that you're more focused on creating things on your own anyway. I have this word like stake your claim popping into my head. It's almost like you are, claiming your place in the world or, it's like you're kind of claiming something with the universe. And, this could be bringing in your 10 of Pentacles. Everyone gets the 10 of Pentacles nowadays. Look, you show up here. So the 10 of Pentacles is about building and leaving a legacy. Again, there's a major focus for everyone on doing that because of all the energy in Taurus, I believe. So, it makes sense to me that the 10 of Pentacles comes up so much. As I always say, to me, the 10 of Pentacles, it's not just something you get, it's something you work on for the rest of your life. So it's not like, it's not just, it's not some magical thing. Like, I don't want it to sound like, oh, this is so amazing, right? I think it's good, but, again, the 10 of Pentacles is something that, again, you work on for the rest of your life. It's building and leaving a legacy. You have the Page of Cups here, and so I do feel there actually could be new love coming in for you. How crazy is this, though? I need to show you this. Look at this. Like, these are two totally different decks. Look at the similarities between, this victim card here and then this Yang energy card. Like, the same shape with the hands, the ball. You know what I'm saying here? I feel like some of you, it's almost like you've experienced this, grossness. I was going to go to the other camera, but it's like you've experienced this dystopia or these, it's like you've experienced some things that you didn't enjoy. You've seen the negative side of something, and it's like now you're getting the good side. But I heard the words like stake your claim, on this card. I could be wrong. I haven't read this book in a long time, but I do think in this book she literally does say stake your claim with this card. So, again, is that intuitive? Is it something I'm remembering? I don't know. I have a way, like when I'm reading, people ask all the time, they're like, how do you know it's intuition? And it's like, usually I clear a message. If it comes back, then I know it's a message in my head, if that makes sense. But it's like, I did that here. But again, is it something that I just remember from the book? I don't know. But what I would say is I do feel that it's like some of you, it's almost like you have to demand that you want the nicer card, the Yang energy card. And again, this could be through meeting a new person. There could be a Pisces coming in for some of you. I mean, you have Pisces twice. Well, technically 3 times with the Page of Cups. And, if you want love. If you don't want love, this would be some sort of dream that you have. He has that fish in that cup there. And I always say that fish doesn't exist, maybe. And we actually don't know if it exists or not. He might be imagining it, but it's an opportunity. It's something he needs to make happen, right? And you have the High Priestess. I'm hearing that you can't know all the answers or something. So, and that makes sense with the High Priestess. She has to trust her intuition. I always say that she has to, embrace mystery. She has to kind of look into things. And you end with the Page of Swords. So, what I would say about that is sometimes I feel, High Priestess and the Page of Swords in a reading is encouraging you to look into mysteries or to explore something where you don't have all the answers, because there could be some gold in whatever that thing is. You have the 4 of Wands here. Definitely could be marriage. Again, if your love life, I do feel your love life is speeding up. It is funny that this month, all the readings have been like love focused, and it's probably because Venus is going direct. I don't know, but there definitely seems to be like more love coming in at this time. But let's see what is going on for you. We're using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun here. With the Page of Cups, you have this endurance card. I kind of feel that if you're looking for love, this is what you're looking for, is a person who has endurance, a person who sticks around, who doesn't just run away. It's like a person who can handle things, who can, handle whatever, and they don't just run away. They're not like scared, right? So I feel that's kind of like what you're looking for as far as love is concerned. Let's see, with the High Priestess, you have the Seduction card. This is Jupiter in Pisces. It literally could be a Jupiter in Pisces person that you're meeting. You know, if you are a woman, usually Jupiter is your husband. Again, to me, this is not always 100% accurate, but Jupiter is your husband. If you want a wife, Venus is your wife, right? So, you know, down and dirty astrology, Chris's crappy astrology. And what I would say here is that, you know, I feel there could be a person who's coming in to seduce you. Definitely some Piscean energy here. They could just be super intuitive as well. You know, it doesn't have to be a Pisces. Could be anything. I also feel that, you know, again, if you had any ideas over the last, like, 2 years or so, you know, we had Jupiter in Pisces over, like, you know, whatever it was last year. And, you know, I feel if you had any ideas, but like, really, I'm getting over, like, the last 2 years, I feel that these ideas could be resurfacing. It's like you're rethinking something, or, you know, I get this sense. I don't know, I'm getting a lot in your reading, Libra, if you can't tell. This reading, it's like I have just a flood of information blasting into my head, which, again, makes sense with the Eight of Wands. But it's almost like, you know, if you've been thinking about an idea for like 2 years, it could be for like business or work or something that you're doing. It's, you know, I think that it's something that originally you thought there's no way you could do. It's one of those, like, wouldn't it be nice if I, you know, was able to open my own, you know, whatever, laundromat or something like that, whatever you want to do. And it's like, and over that time, I think this, like, it's like a seed was planted in your head. You keep thinking about it. Because you keep thinking about it, I feel like you're being enlightened on how you can make it happen. And again, you know, like, you really could be building or leaving a legacy. With the Four of Wands, you have this concentration card. I don't even think we talked about the Four of Wands, did we? I think I totally skipped over it. But, you know, there could be marriage coming in for you, or a person wants to marry you. And again, it could happen surprisingly fast. And the Four of Wands is also a card of focusing on freedom. You know, it's like saying, if you focus on things that make you feel free, then you will attract more opportunities to feel free. Next, we're going to look at the next big change that you could be experiencing. You have this Flexible card and this Yang Energy card. Again, I was getting like stake your claim on that Yang Energy card. But I feel like you need to be flexible. Everybody does at this time. You know, I said it last year. When we had the Taurus eclipse last year, that I really was getting this message about flexibility. And we're ending that Taurus-Scorpio eclipse cycle in this next eclipse cycle that starts in October. So, you know, that's like the end of that cycle. And, you know, I feel I wouldn't stop being flexible after that, right? I would keep, you know, being flexible. I would keep it, you know, if one way to do something doesn't work, justice, you show up right here in the reading. I would just try something else or try something different. That's what I mean by flexibility. But it's like there's a new beginning here. You do have the Strength card. Could be a Leo coming in for you. You always get fire or Leo in your readings. So it could be a Leo. Could be any sign. But I feel that also, this could be you developing strength. We go down to the Justice card, and then from the Justice card, we go down to the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior, of course, but, you know, he's showing up in the area of the good stuff in your reading, and he can represent, you know, kind of having a lot of ideas on how to do something that you want to do in your life, maybe something that you've given up on. And again, I kind of get that here with the Page of Cups, or sorry, the Hangman. His head is glowing, but I was getting something about how it's like you've planted a seed a long time ago, you know, maybe like over the past 2 years, and you, like, it started as an idea. It's like sometimes I think we think about something, it starts maybe as like a joke, but the seed has been planted. You kind of think about something that you would want to do with your life, and then all of a sudden you're doing it, like, within a few years, right? So I kind of have that feeling with this Hangman energy. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, everybody's focus. You know, we're all just more attracted to value right now, I would say, with all the energy in Taurus as well. So it's like if you have experiences that are not valuable, you're not going to want to do them. If you see something that would bring value into your life, you're going to want to do it, right? And that's what I mean by value. And I feel, like I said, I feel like everybody is very, very focused on value, bringing more value into their lives, you know, all that stuff, right? So let's see what is going on here for you, Libra. With the Strength card, you have this Bluff card. I do feel like there is, some of you there's like a lingering energy of a past person who's playing the victim, definitely, I feel. But again, I get the sense of a person who, you know, I think they think that you're bluffing, but I don't think you are. I feel like you're saying, like, no, I don't want anything to do with you, and they think you're kidding, but this strikes me as a person who who maybe left you, and maybe they did it the right way. Maybe they told you or whatever. Maybe they were honest. For some of you, not, of course, but maybe they were, but now they're like trying to come back, and I'd be like, no, sorry, too freaking bad. You have with the Hangman, you have this inheritance card. Some of you literally could be getting an inheritance, and you even have the Justice card here. So if you've been waiting, or if you've been dealing with like probate or anything like that, this could be an inheritance coming in for you. For others, I feel like you are creating an inheritance. And with the Ten of Pentacles, you have the eccentricity card. Yeah. Every single person has had this card, and the Ten of Pentacles is building or leaving a legacy. I'm telling you right now, if you have unique ideas, if you have unusual ideas, eccentric ideas, especially in regards to your finances, like how to make more money, or maybe a side hustle or something, it's like you could be having very futuristic ideas, and these are the things that are going to greatly improve your finances. Especially with all the Pluto is going to be entering into Aquarius officially next year, but what I would say is it's going over the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius, here a couple times. So, because it's retrograding. But what I would say is that, any weird, unique ideas, but it doesn't even have to be weird. It could just be unconventional. It could just be not the way things are normally done, because that's the time that we're in right now. Next, we're going to look at what you don't see coming. You have this home card and this deep freeze card. I feel like speed is something that you don't see coming here. Maybe you felt frozen for a very long period of time. With that deep freeze card, it's like you've been trying to find forward movement, or you've been trying to create forward movement in your life. And it looks to me like all of a sudden things could be taking off in your life, especially with the Eight of Wands here. You have the Eight of Wands, the Justice card, and the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands is quick success, quick movement, a quick conclusion. It can also represent communication, but I feel for a lot of you that things are taking off after a very slow period of time. And so, I kind of like that. It's funny, I was doing a presentation, and I was talking about this channel, right? And I was looking at the graph of my channel, like the growth, right? And literally you can see the day where I started making, I made the commitment to myself to start making 1% improvements, and the graph just goes like this, right? Making tiny little improvements. So, I always tell people, I encourage people to make those tiny little improvements in their life, because again, that's all I did. 1% improvements every single day. I still do it to this day. Every single day I watch a YouTube video about YouTube, and I implement something new. You literally can see it right before your eyes, right? It's like, look at the changes that I make on this channel, right? And so it's not rocket science. And trust me, I am no rocket scientist, right? I could be a janitor at NASA, but that's about it. So I could be the guy that stocks the food machines at NASA, but that's about it. That's the only job I will ever have at NASA, right? So again, if I can do it, you can do it. And all I would do is look at areas of your life. And again, I think you could create your own graph in your life that goes like this, that just goes straight like a rocket to the moon, right? So I feel that's what's going on here, is that, you are putting in the work to actually create those improvements. And again, you will probably be surprised at how quickly improvements stack up over a period of time. You have the Justice card here. I feel like you're just showing up as present in this reading. I do feel this isn't all about you reading for the most part. There is a little bit of love here, but again, with this Yang energy card, I really, really feel that you're more focused on kind of putting the work into one thing. You're more focused on staking your claim. Maybe there's a certain way you want to appear to the world, or maybe there's a certain identity that you want, right? Whatever it is. And I feel you are just very focused on creating it with the Eight of Pentacles. And I really see this being very successful for you. So damn, love it. Libra, I feel this is a very good reading. Definitely going in the right direction. Especially, and again, for those of you that are working or trying to make more money, this is definitely very, very positive. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Detachment card. If someone's trying to communicate with you, I feel you are totally detached from this person. I do feel like I'm hearing sell you a dream or something. This person could be trying to sell you a dream, or they could come in trying to sell you a dream, oh, remember we were going to do all these things, future faking, And I feel like you're detached. I feel like you don't care, which is great. With the Justice card, you have this loss card here. And again, I feel like you've experienced loss. This is Saturn and Pisces, this card. We have Saturn and Pisces right now. And so it makes sense, that you could have experienced a loss during this time. But it's you're moving on from it. And, this card is always interesting to me because, this crow is picking the last bit of meat off of this skull right here. And so I feel like you are that's how I feel about you. It's like you see something that something has nothing to offer. And so I feel you are kind of like putting your boundaries up with the Nine of Wands here. And notice how he is focusing on one wand, right? He is kind of grabbing on to one thing. You know, he has those 8 wands behind him, which are experiences he's had, but he's kind of moving forward to something new. And that Yang energy card is like the Ace of Wands. So, you know, I don't know, it's kind of like all adding up. With the 8 of Pentacles, you have this decision card. I feel like a very easy decision for you to focus on 8 of Pentacles. I like the 8 of Pentacles because it's pretty quick results as well. You know, so again, if you're making 1% improvements in your life, if you're not, get started, right? Get started making those 1% improvements and change your life. It will happen faster than you think. 8 of Pentacles is motivational because it's like when you make the decision to 8 of Pentacles, which is, again, maybe being diligent, working on one thing that you want to improve in your life, health, wealth, happiness, doesn't matter. When you do that, you see results, and the results are kind of like what motivates the 8 of Pentacles to the guy on the 8 of Pentacles to work. So, you know, get moving, right? Finally here in the good stuff, you have the spyglass. It says zoom in, take a closer look. You have this hermit crab. It says resourcefulness and adaptability. And we are in a time of resourcefulness, but I feel like you are very resourceful at this time. I feel you need to take a closer look at something that you are clearly interested in because you have this Page of Swords. Page of Swords is very focused on one thing. You can see he's kind of like looking at something here, and he's looking towards the past. He's looking in the past direction. I kind of feel like this is you. And like I said at the beginning of the reading, it's almost as if a seed was planted, you know, with the Hangman years ago, and now that seed is something that you need to grow, you know, whatever it is, like an idea. And I feel when you take a closer look, you're going to see that you actually are capable of accomplishing something that you want. You have the 4 of Pentacles. Again, I do feel you're more focused maybe on your stability in life. This is the good stuff. I'm not a big fan of the 4 of Pentacles, but you know, it's showing up in the good stuff, so I feel it's going to be good no matter what. And it looks to me like you're more focused on stability. And I also, you know, his head and his heart are in alignment right here in those 2 pentacles. And, you know, one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So I really feel you are kind of like moving mountains at this time. You have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands says, do not give up and keep pushing forward, but I kind of feel like you are showing up in the good stuff. I also feel you're getting a lot of ideas on, you know, especially on things that you didn't think you could do in your life. With the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So to me, it can be a card of like experimentation or trying new things or whatever. So that's what I feel like you're doing here with the 9 of Wands. But let's see what's going on here. With the Page of Swords, you have this manipulation card. Again, this is not like bad manipulation. This is energy manipulation. It's like manifestation. So I do feel it would be a really good time for you to, you know, use your powers of manifestation to try to manifest things. But it looks to me like you are like manipulating the energy with that Page of Swords to manifest something from the past. So, and I'm not talking about a person, like, you know, this is an idea that you had in the past, you know, a wouldn't it be nice? Like I said, that's what I was getting, I think, at the beginning of the reading, is like you are saying, maybe years ago you said, wouldn't it be nice if, but it's like that has since turned into, you know, an idea or something that you're actually going to do. With the 4 of Pentacles, you have this fulfillment card. Yes, tons of fulfillment coming in for you. I really see your finances improving. You know, whatever it is that you're trying to do financially, there is like some sort of improvement, especially if things have not gone up for a while. So I do, you know, I definitely like to see that. And with the 9 of Wands, you have this vision card. Pisces, by the way, this is the Sun in Pisces. Some of you definitely could be attracting a Pisces, but, you know, like I said, whatever sign you're interested in. So this card is a card of holding your vision. I just feel you have clear vision now. It's like you see the things that you want to create. You see the things you want to work on. It's like you have a direction. When you have a direction, it's easier to start working in a direction, right? And that's kind of like what I feel here. We're pulling 5 main themes. You have this card that says the witness on it. You know, again, I feel like you've seen what is possible. Something is standing out to you. You know, I would say it's almost like having an experience. I think you are having an experience where you see someone who is doing something that you've thought about doing, and maybe you think like, wow, this person is not as smart as I am, or not as good looking, or whatever, right? I don't think you're doing this like to be judgmental. I think, you know, again, this is like waking you up. You know, you could see someone who you don't think is very smart starting a business that you want to start, and they're finding success. So it's almost like giving you permission to do it, and so do it, right? You have this Sweat Lodge card. I do feel like some of you are just kind of like detoxing in general, like getting rid of negative things in your life. You have the Four of Wands, marriage twice showing up here. So if you want marriage, then definitely a possibility. You also have the Page of Wands, fire sign. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if you met, if you are, let's put it this way. Doesn't matter what sign you're attracting. I feel like they have probably a good amount of fire in their chart as well. You have a ton of fire in all the readings that I do for you. So even if it's not a fire sign, they probably have fire in their chart or something. This is also a card of like enthusiasm. So I feel that you should be that, it is a great time to move towards your enthusiasm. But I also feel like if you're, staking your claim, if you're claiming something, it's going to be successful. You have this Heart Home card. It says compassion. I do feel that you might be practicing compassion, towards this past person that kind of shows up here. But the fact that they kind of show up but not really show up is all that I need to see as a reader, to tell me that I think you're over it. I feel like this person always plays the victim. I cannot get over, I don't know if this was done on purpose or what, but I can't get over how similar these two look, kind of like the shape of them and what's going on here. So I really feel that you have seen, like, it's almost like you've seen what something really is, like a past person, but it could be a past job or ideas you've had. And now like what to commit to, because it's you see something else that's really good, like staking your claim, like claiming, oh, I want to start this business or whatever. So I don't know, kind of weird. It stands out to me, but thank you for being here. I love this reading, really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.